For over 20 years, I've dedicated my life to bringing you the very best business building strategies to keep you thriving. Get ready to experience the success you've been searching for. Welcome to the Tom Ferry Show. Hey everybody, welcome to the Tom Ferry Show, episode number 12. Let me ask you a question. Has there ever been a bigger wave of opportunity? By the way, you can tell I was an art major. A bigger wave of opportunity than right now in the real estate business. Think about it. Porch has gone out and raised $100 million. Zillow has acquired Trulia. Realogy purchased Zip. Berkshire Hathaway is trying to buy everything. Keller Williams is over 100,000 agents. RE/MAX is probably 6 people away from being at 100,000 agents. The growth is extraordinary and the time is now. And my question for you is, are you being unstoppable or are you being lazy? Did you see my post on Facebook a few weeks back where I said I'm in a war against lazy agents? I think we had 300 comments, 3,000 people liked it. Are you being unstoppable or are you being lazy? Are you being resourceful and doing whatever it takes? Or are you still blaming resources? You know, there's no inventory right now. I know there's no inventory. Go find the inventory. There's lots of people out there that are trying to figure out if now is the time. Are you talking to them or are you blaming the fact that there's no inventory? Listen, there's never been a more exciting time for me, 27 years in the industry, than right now. There's so much opportunity. And again, I just look at it like this giant wave of opportunity. And the question is, are you doing what it takes to capitalize on it? So I know I've got a little rant going here. I'm a little excited. If you're watching the Tom Ferry Show for the first time, play along. But if you're one of my longtime friends, I'm really talking to you, so pay attention. I started writing down, how do you take advantage of it? How do you take advantage of the wave of opportunity? Look, the market is going to change. It's going to adjust. It's not a matter of if, it's only when. But while it's hot, are you going to go all in, put all your chips in, and absolutely crush it and make as much money as you can, help as many people as you can? Or is this wave going to pass you by? We know what we want to do, so let's talk about it. You ready? Here's what I wrote down. How do we take advantage of the wave of opportunity? The first thing is you've got to set some big, sexy goals. You've got to stop looking at incremental growth in today's market. I know you did X last year and you want to do 20% more. The wave of opportunity is going to pass you by. This is where we've got to start asking ourselves, what is the total addressable market? What's the TAM in my area? How many transactions are being done? How many homes are there? And what is my goal? Do I want 1% of the market, 5% of the market, 10% of the market? You know, what's the turnover? How can you absolutely dominate your environment? And then the second part is, it's got to be impactful. See, it's like this. If you don't wake up in the morning emotionally charged about your goals, they're probably just like, you know, how much of what and by when goals. But if it's really about a movement, if it's about a calling, if it's something that you are passionately committed to and you're rallying people around, that's the kind of big sexy goal. Whether it's you and your spouse, you and your children, you and your office mates, you and your team, rallying them around, we can do it better, we can serve more, this is what we're going for. Those are the people in today's environment that are taking advantage of the market. They don't just have goals, they've got this mission that they're going for. And that's what I want from you. Look at number 2, right? You've got to surround yourself with like-minded people. You've got to surround yourself with people that believe the way you believe, that are absolutely resourceful, that are unstoppable. And when you do, what happens? Like attracts like, and that group feeds off each other's energy. You and I both know what it's like. If you walk around your office and the office environment is totally dead, you don't get inspired to go take action. No, you think, oh, well, everybody else is having Mexican food today. How about Mexican food? That's a lazy agent's mindset. The unstoppable agent walks into the environment and they create the environment. They say, right now, this is my time. And they look around at all the lazy agents and they say, oh, this is awesome. There's no competition. And then they work their face off. They go help as many customers as they can. And if you want to get there, you got to surround yourself with like minds. You need the support. We need the people that understand what it is we're going for, and they give us the occasional attaboy or lift up that we all need. Look at number 3. You got to train, you got to learn, and you got to model to close the gap. Because the reality is, Anytime you're going for a big, sexy goal, there's going to be a gap, right? There's you, and there's the pot of gold. And what we want to do is say there's a straight line, but the reality is there's a giant, I don't even know the word I'm looking for. There's a giant hole, and you guess what? Inside that hole, there's going to be some crocodiles trying to get you. There's going to be some giant boulders you got to climb over. That's that hole. You got to be resourceful. But understand, if you're not training, if you're not learning to try and figure out what's the best way for me to get over the alligator, around the boulder to ultimately achieve my goals, then you get stopped. You get stopped. Listen. A lot of entrepreneurs that are watching this know what I'm talking about. You set this crazy intention, you set this exciting goal, and then something happens. You get stopped, you run out of money, you can't figure out how to do the Facebook ads, you don't know what you're doing, you get stuck. But no, not you and me. We gotta learn, we gotta grow, we gotta figure it out, we gotta do whatever it takes. That's that whole resourceful word. Do whatever it takes to achieve your mission. With that kind of mindset, you're gonna succeed. Look at number 4, you gotta be flexible. You know, you got to ask yourself, hey, I've been doing this for 120 days. It's not working. I got to change. Too often you watch people overly romanticize about doing the same thing over and over again because it used to work in the past. Doesn't always apply when the wave of opportunity is as big as it is now. So you've got to be a little agile. You got to be a little flexible, not in being lazy, and hey, I'm doing this, it's not working, let me make an adjustment. Look at number 5, just because I just watched my son, Michael, 15 years old. I walk into his room the other day. As a daddy, there was nothing more magical. He's sitting in front of his computer screen. He's watching Think and Grow Rich, the old original Napoleon Hill videos, and it hit me. He's working on a project, and he said to me, Dad, what's the best thing for me to do if I'm going to build this new company? I said, you should go old school. Watch the original 10 Napoleon Hill videos. They're all black and white. Napoleon Hill, how do you do? And guess what? When I walked in, he was watching Go the Extra Mile, and we talked about it. I said, Michael, what does that mean to you? And he said, Dad, everybody quits. Everybody stops. If you just do a little bit more, like if the average entrepreneur works 50 hours a week, if I work 100 hours a week, I pick up an additional week on them. I said, that's going the extra mile. That's the willingness to be unstoppable, to not be lazy, to be resourceful and make it happen. That's a big one, my friends. And then number 6, you got to avoid lazy people. I mean, again, like attracts like. If you're hanging out with lazy people and they're not moving towards their goals, they're gonna pull you down like 2 crabs in a bucket. You know that metaphor. And then number 7, you got to have the right mindset. And I like the mindset of being unstoppable. I like having a mantra, a theme for the year. And for us, the theme is unstoppable. We are an unstoppable force for good. We are committed to do whatever it takes to help our clients achieve their goals and maximize the opportunities in the market right now. How about you? As you're watching this video, you might be like, whoa, you know, coach, I'm drinking from a fire hose here. You're going a little nutty on me. I get it. I'm just that excited about the market. I'm just that excited about the wave, and I want you to capitalize. I want you to send me a note in a year and say, I went from selling 20 homes to 40 homes. I doubled my business. I helped way more people, and you know what? I made a ton of money. I served a lot of clients, and I feel like I left it all on the field. Unstoppable. All right, so those are my thoughts. I want you to pick 1 or 2, and then because this is coming up, I'm going to invite you to something. You ready? Success Summit. By the way, look at the theme, unstoppable. This year, Success Summit, San Diego, California. Last year, Anaheim, California, sold out. This year, on track to sell it out by June. So as you're watching this video, knowing that it's coming up August 10th through the 13th, you didn't make a decision. Are you going to join us? Are you going to help me in this war against lazy agents? Are you going to help yourself and create an unstoppable business plan for growth and opportunity, not only between September and December of this year, but all the way through 2016 and 17? If you're with me, make a reservation. Join us there. There'll be about 5,000 of us there with one mindset. Unstoppable. Let's go serve as many customers as we can, help as many people as we can, and let's take advantage of the wave of opportunity. This is your time, my friend. I hope I see you there. Take one idea from this and begin to implement it. Just one of those 7 ideas and begin to implement. Whether it's a mantra, going the extra mile, surrounding yourself with extraordinary people, looking at your goals and raising the bar, do one thing today. And matter of fact, hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube and let me know what's going to be that one adjustment you make to make sure that you're taking advantage and capitalizing on the wave of opportunity. See you soon. Thanks for watching. If you love what you're seeing here, then click the button below to join our online community absolutely free. Thanks so much.